Here are some amazing facts about the grebe. Global presence: grebes are found on every continent except Antarctica. Family: they belong to the family Podicipedidae. Species count: there are about 22 species of grebes worldwide. Aquatic adaptation: grebes are excellent swimmers and divers. Feet structure: they have lobed toes, which help them in swimming. Courtship dances: many grebe species perform elaborate courtship dances on water. Floating nests: grebes build floating nests anchored to vegetation in shallow water. Feeding habits: they primarily eat fish, insects, and small aquatic animals. Plumage: grebes have dense, waterproof plumage that keeps them dry and warm. Leg placement: their legs are positioned far back on their bodies, aiding in swimming but making them clumsy on land. Migratory behavior: some grebe species are migratory, traveling long distances between breeding and wintering grounds. Chicks: grebe chicks can swim almost immediately after hatching. Back riding: chicks often ride on their parents' backs for protection. Size variation: grebes range in size from the small little grebe to the larger great crested grebe. Vocalizations: they communicate using a variety of calls, especially during the breeding season. Non-passerine: grebes are non-passerine birds, meaning they do not perch like passerine birds. Dietary adaptation: some species eat their own feathers to protect their digestive tracts from fish bones. Feather consumption: grebes regularly ingest feathers, which may help with digestion. Feeding young: parent grebes feed their chicks by regurgitating partially digested food. Caring parents: both male and female grebes participate in raising their young. Elusive on land: grebes rarely come to land except to nest or move between water bodies. Flight capability: while not strong flyers, grebes are capable of sustained flight during migration. Stab fish: they use their sharp beaks to stab and catch fish. Molting: grebes undergo a complete molt, rendering them flightless for a period. Predators: their main predators include large fish, birds of prey, and mammals. Species in North America: North America is home to species like the pied-billed grebe and western grebe. Ancient birds: fossils suggest that grebes have been around for millions of years. Diving depths: grebes can dive several meters deep to catch prey. Camouflage: their brownish-gray plumage blends well with their aquatic environments. Courtship routines: great crested grebes perform a weed dance where they present water plants to each other. Habitat diversity: grebes inhabit a range of aquatic environments, from lakes to marshes. Seasonal plumage: many species have different breeding and non-breeding plumages. Pair bonds: some grebes form long-lasting pair bonds, returning to the same partner each year. Lung capacity: they have a high lung capacity, allowing them to stay underwater for extended periods. Flightless species: some species, like the Atitlan grebe, have lost the ability to fly entirely. Extinction: the Atitlan grebe, native to Guatemala, became extinct in the 1980s. Eggs: grebe eggs are often white but can become stained by the nest material. Incubation: both parents share incubation duties. Chick independence: grebe chicks become independent within weeks of hatching. Flotation: their dense plumage helps with buoyancy in water. Synchronized swimming: some grebes perform synchronized swimming as part of their mating ritual. Migration routes: western grebes migrate along the Pacific Flyway. Diving technique: grebes compress their feathers to reduce buoyancy before diving. Interspecific competition: grebes often compete with other water birds for food and nesting sites. Nocturnal migration: some grebes migrate at night to avoid predators. Monogamous: Many grebe species are monogamous, at least for a breeding season. Territorial, grebes are territorial during the breeding season, defending their nests vigorously. Crested species, the great crested grebe has striking head plumes during the breeding season. Diving birds, grebes belong to the order Podicipedidae, known for diving birds. Historical significance, the elaborate courtship of the great crested grebe inspired early conservation efforts in Europe. Water depth, grebes prefer shallow waters where they can dive easily to catch prey. Eye color, some grebe species, like the eared grebe, have striking red eyes. Feather waterproofing, they constantly preen to maintain the waterproofing of their feathers. Species recognition, different species of grebes can recognize each other by their calls and plumage. Clumsy walkers, due to their leg placement, grebes walk awkwardly on land. Predator avoidance, grebes will dive or swim away to avoid predators rather than fly. Threatened species, some grebe species are threatened due to habitat loss and pollution. Longevity, grebes can live up to 15 years in the wild. Territorial displays, males often perform aggressive displays to defend their territory from rivals. Hybridization, occasionally, different grebe species will hybridize, producing mixed offspring. Egg dumping, in some cases, female grebes lay eggs in the nests of other grebes. Fossil record, the oldest known grebe fossils date back to the Miocene epoch. First flight, grebe chicks take their first flight several weeks after hatching. Cranial kinesis, grebes have flexible skulls that help them catch slippery prey. Pelagic lifestyle, some grebes, like the red-necked grebe, spend much of their time in open water.